Hi everyone, so as it goes for this channel I feel like I'm starting to repeat myself a bit too much, and I want to branch off to different topics where I can grab different audiences like I did with the nofap thing. And the one I want to talk about today is Dr Robert Morse, and should you listen to him I'm going to branch off onto things like this and hopefully get audiences from all sorts of people. But I just want to start off by saying that Dr. Robert Morse is someone that I watched for, I think it was a good year of watching his videos. He was just getting on YouTube, I think, and I would sit in that bed behind me, load it up on this computer screen and just watch for hours at a time. It would give me hope to recover, and I think that a lot of what he says is very legitimate, and he talks from a lot of experience when it comes to healing people with chronic illnesses. The one thing that I am skeptical on with Dr. Robert Morse is the use of herbs and the kidney thing. He says that if you don't have sediment in your urine, your kidneys are not filtering properly. Now, I almost bought into this when I was chronically ill, and I did try and do these things where I buy the herbs and see if my urine had sediment in it. And if I didn't have sediment in it, I feel like it's not working, and I would be really confused, and I'd be fretting over my kidneys and how they're not functioning properly. And I personally believe that to take this with a pinch of salt. I'm someone that's overcome a long time of chronic illness where I was literally housebound, barely had enough energy to get up the stairs, terrible skin, terrible complexion, terrible everything. My life was going nowhere, and I have fully recovered. And I was someone that went through the phase of using these dandelion teas and all these different herbs that were quite expensive and little droppers and everything, and I could never get my kidneys to filter. And I'm someone that is now doing huge amounts of exercise, feel good, feel energetic, and I never got my kidneys filtering. Now, maybe when it comes to Dr. Robert Morse, he's giving such good advice, but where's the money in that? You know, he's helping all these people. Where's the money? You can sell herbs to people, and they probably do have a beneficial effect in some way, but they're not necessary. But if you kind of sell them that way, you can make a lot of money. Now, I'm not saying that that's the reason why he does that, but it's just something to think about. I'm someone that overcame chronic illness, and I didn't need the elixirs and herbs and everything. If you are someone that's suffering from a very severe chronic illness, I would probably listen to Dr. Robert Morse and try the herbs as well. But again, you know, do we really know how high strength herbs, what the effect is on the body? Just because they're natural doesn't mean that they're completely beneficial for you. So take it with a pinch of salt when it comes to that. The other thing is this idea that herbs are something that's essential to healing. Now, maybe this is something you should do if you have cancer or something severe that's life-threatening. You might as well go all in. You might as well try everything you can. But if you have a chronic illness, you're constantly fatigued, and you are just suffering from not severe life-threatening problems that are going to have you dead within a few years, take it with a pinch of salt when it comes to the herbs. Your body is not herb deficient when it comes to wanting to be your optimal health, you know. It's not, your body doesn't require herbs from other continents to heal itself. It would be quite absurd if you were in England and you needed ashwagandha from India or something for your body to heal, okay? I know that it can be quite easy to fall into the mistake of believing you need these certain things to recover, but you really do not. You know, your body doesn't need much to do its job effectively. The problem is taking away things you're already doing. That's the main concern when it comes to recovering. The other thing I want to talk about is the use of glandulars as if they are essential in any way. I do not believe they are at all. It doesn't make any sense for your body to need the adrenal glands of another animal to restart its own adrenal glands. Now, there may be something I'm missing when it comes to people that are so far down the line they have cancer, but I had extremely bad symptoms of adrenal fatigue. I couldn't sleep an hour or more a night. I was having just chronic insomnia for weeks at a time, on and off, and my adrenal glands were such a mess that even hearing any sounds, whether it was just a dog doing a single bark or hearing the post box go, I would be in a constant state of adrenaline. My adrenal glands were out of whack, and I did not consume any glandulars or any adrenal tonics to recover my adrenals. Now, they may be beneficial, but they're not necessary. This is the thing, all these supplements they try and sell you, whether it's Dr. Robert Morse or any of them, any of these health gurus on YouTube that are trying to sell you something as essential, it's not true. There's nothing essential to recovery when it comes in the form of a supplement. Now, it would be great if all you had to do was take a supplement to recover, but it's fucking nonsense. When it came to me at healing from adrenal fatigue, I'll put my video on adrenal fatigue in the comment section below, but when it comes to adrenal fatigue, I believe that a big part of it is not nourishing your body correctly. Now, if you go on to work with Dr. Robert Morse with adrenal fatigue and you go into this kind of high raw diet, the chances are you're going to be very low on calories. And for me, from my experience and from all the research that I did, that there's a high correlation between people that haven't nourished themselves very well for years and people that are restricting calories, or they care about their body image more than their actual health, or they have a past of calorie restriction, or they have a past of disordered eating. All these things contribute to adrenal fatigue. So if you're going right onto a raw kind of detox thing, I personally, from my experience of doing the same thing, it had a very negative effect on my adrenal glands. I will post a picture here of some of the symptoms between starvation and adrenal fatigue. Now, I'm not saying that that is the main cause of adrenal fatigue. I believe that there is no one cause for anything, but I believe it plays a role and you should investigate it more. But yeah, my conclusion is that Dr. Robert Morse gives a lot of great advice that can help so many people overcome their chronic illnesses, and it's much better advice than most of YouTube is giving. However, for me, it was just one part of the puzzle that I added to my own recovery journey. I didn't follow his advice completely. I just took aspects of it and just come through it from listening to his videos, just hearing other people going through the same thing as me as well, because I did enjoy his Q&A videos. But for me, I did not have to go fully raw to recover from my long stint of chronic illness, which was 8-10 years, even longer, because I started to feel ill when I was 13 and I didn't recover until last year really, which was when I was 25 years old. So I didn't have to go fully raw. I did incorporate a lot of fully raw foods into my diet. The main thing when it came to me recovering was eliminating especially dairy. I completely am on the side of Dr. Morse when it comes to dairy. I do not see it as a human food. I do not see it as fit for consumption in any way. I'm highly against dairy for ethical reasons as well. It's the cruelest industry when it comes to food production.